Kentucky is a landlocked state in the southeastern region of the United States. It borders Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio to the north, West Virginia to the northeast, Virginia to the east, Tennessee to the south, and Missouri to the west. Its northern border is defined by the Ohio River. Its capital is Frankfort and its most populous city is Louisville. As of 2024, the state's population was approximately 4.6 million. Previously a part of colonial Virginia, Kentucky was admitted into the Union as the 15th state on June 1, 1792. It is known as the Bluegrass State in reference to Kentucky bluegrass, a species of grass introduced by European settlers, which has long supported the state's thoroughbred horse industry. The fertile soil in the central and western parts of the state led to the development of large tobacco plantations similar to those in Virginia and North Carolina, which utilized enslaved labor prior to the passage of the 13th Amendment. Kentucky ranks 5th nationally in goat farming, 8th in beef cattle production and 14th in corn production. While Kentucky has been a long-standing center for the tobacco industry, its economy has diversified into non-agricultural sectors including auto manufacturing, energy production, and medicine. Kentucky ranks 4th among U.S. states in the number of automobiles and trucks assembled. It is one of several states considered part of the Upland South. The state is home to the world's longest known cave system in Mammoth Cave National Park, the greatest length of navigable waterways and streams in the contiguous United States, and the nation's two largest artificial lakes east of the Mississippi River. Cultural aspects of Kentucky include horse racing, bourbon, moonshine, coal mining, my old Kentucky home state park, automobile manufacturing, tobacco, Southern cuisine, barbecue, bluegrass music, college basketball, Louisville Slugger baseball bats, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky is located in the east-south central region of the United States. A significant portion of eastern Kentucky is part of Appalachia. Originally a part of Virginia, in 1792 Kentucky became the 15th state to join the Union. Kentucky is the 37th most extensive and the 26th most populous of the 50 United States. Kentucky is known as the Bluegrass State, a nickname based on the bluegrass found in many of its pastures due to the fertile soil. Kentucky borders 7 states, from the Midwest and the Southeast. West Virginia lies to the east, Virginia to the southeast, Tennessee to the south, Missouri to the west, Illinois and Indiana to the northwest, and Ohio to the north and northeast. Only Missouri and Tennessee, both of which border 8 states, touch more. Kentucky's northern border is formed by the Ohio River and its western border by the Mississippi River. However, the official border is based on the courses of the rivers as they existed when Kentucky became a state in 1792. Kentucky has a non-contiguous part known as Kentucky Bend, at the far west corner of the state. It exists as an exclave surrounded completely by Missouri and Tennessee, and is included in the boundaries of Fulton County. Road access to this small part of Kentucky on the Mississippi River requires a trip through Tennessee. The epicenter of the powerful 1811-12 New Madrid earthquakes was near this area, even causing the river to flow backwards in some places. Though the series of quakes did change the area geologically and affect the small number of inhabitants of the area at the time, the Kentucky Bend was formed because of a surveying error, not the New Madrid earthquake. One of the major regions in Kentucky is the Bluegrass region in central Kentucky, which houses 2 of its major cities, Louisville and Lexington. It is a land with diverse environments and abundant resources, including the world's longest cave system, Mammoth Cave National Park, the greatest length of navigable waterways and streams in the contiguous United States, and the 2 largest man-made lakes east of the Mississippi River. After Alaska, Kentucky has more navigable miles of water than any other state in the Union. Kentucky is the only U.S. state to have a continuous border of rivers running along 3 of its sides: the Mississippi River to the west, the Ohio River to the north, and the Big Sandy River and Tug Fork to the east. Its major internal rivers include the Kentucky River, Tennessee River, Cumberland River, Green River, and Licking River. Though it has only 3 major natural lakes, Kentucky is home to many artificial lakes. Kentucky has both the largest artificial lake east of the Mississippi in water volume, Lake Cumberland, and surface area, Kentucky Lake. Kentucky Lake's 2,064 miles, 3,322 kilometers, of shoreline, 160,300 acres, 64,900 hectares, of water surface, and 4,008,000 acre-feet, 4,944 gallons, of flood storage are the most of any lake in the TVA system. Kentucky's 90,000 miles, 140,000 kilometers, of streams provides one of the most expansive and complex stream systems in the nation. Kentucky has an expansive park system, which includes 1 national park, 2 national recreation areas, 2 national historic parks, 2 national forests, 2 national wildlife refuges, 45 state parks, 37,896 acres of state forest, and 82 wildlife management areas. Kentucky, located in the southeastern region of the United States, is a place where geography, history, and culture intertwine to create a deeply layered and distinctive identity. Often referred to as the Bluegrass State, Kentucky derives this nickname from the lush, green grass that thrives in its fertile soil, particularly in the central region known as the Bluegrass. This seemingly simple natural feature has had far-reaching implications, shaping not only the state's agricultural success but also its reputation as one of the world's premier centers for horse breeding. Yet Kentucky is far more than its landscapes or its famous pastures. It is a place shaped by centuries of human experience, where indigenous heritage, frontier expansion, industrial development, and modern transformation all coexist within a single, evolving narrative. Geographically, Kentucky occupies a unique position within the eastern United States, bordered by 7 states: Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Tennessee, and Missouri, making it one of the most interconnected regions in the country. The Ohio River forms its northern boundary, historically serving as both a vital transportation route and a symbolic dividing line during the era of slavery. To the east, the rugged terrain of the Appalachian Mountains stretches across the horizon, shaping the lives and traditions of communities that have long called the region home. In contrast, the central Bluegrass region offers rolling hills and fertile farmland, while the western part of the state features flatter landscapes and river systems that support agriculture and commerce. Long before European settlers arrived, the land that would become Kentucky was inhabited by indigenous peoples, including the Shawnee and Cherokee, who used the area primarily as hunting grounds. Although permanent settlements were limited due to intertribal conflicts, the region was rich in natural resources and held significant cultural importance. The arrival of European explorers in the 18th century marked a turning point, most notably with the efforts of Daniel Boone, who helped establish the Wilderness Road through the Cumberland Gap. This route opened the region to waves of settlers moving westward, and by 1792, Kentucky became the 15th state to join the Union. In its early years, Kentucky's economy was rooted in agriculture, with tobacco, hemp, and livestock forming the backbone of its prosperity. The state's fertile soil and favorable climate made it an ideal location for farming, and these industries quickly became central to its identity. Over time, Kentucky also gained international recognition for its horse breeding, particularly thoroughbreds. The city of Lexington emerged as a hub for equine culture, often referred to as the horse capital of the world, while Louisville became home to the iconic Kentucky Derby, an event that continues to draw global attention and symbolize the state's enduring traditions. The 19th century brought both growth and division to Kentucky. As a slave state that remained in the Union during the American Civil War, Kentucky occupied a complex and often contradictory position. Loyalties were deeply divided, with citizens supporting both Union and Confederate causes. This internal conflict left a lasting imprint on the state's identity, reflecting broader national tensions. Notably, Kentucky was the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln, who would lead the Union through the war, as well as Jefferson Davis, illustrating the profound divisions within the state itself. Following the Civil War, Kentucky entered a period of economic and social transformation. While agriculture remained central, new industries began to emerge, particularly in the eastern regions where coal mining became a major economic driver. The Appalachian areas of Kentucky experienced both growth and hardship as coal production expanded, bringing jobs but also environmental and social challenges. Over time, the state's economy diversified further, with manufacturing and transportation playing increasingly important roles. The strategic location of Kentucky within the United States allowed it to become a hub for logistics and distribution, a role that continues to define its economic landscape. In the modern era, Kentucky has continued to evolve, adapting to changes in technology, industry, and global markets. The city of Louisville has become a major center for logistics, home to a global air cargo hub operated by UPS. This development has positioned Kentucky as a critical link in national and international supply chains, attracting businesses and creating employment opportunities. At the same time, manufacturing has grown significantly, with companies such as Toyota and Ford Motor Company operating major facilities within the state. Despite these advances, Kentucky faces ongoing challenges that reflect broader patterns of inequality and economic transition. Rural areas, particularly in the Appalachian region, have been affected by the decline of the coal industry, leading to job losses and economic uncertainty. Addressing these issues requires a combination of innovation, investment, and policy initiatives aimed at diversifying the economy and supporting affected communities. Healthcare and education also remain critical areas of focus, with efforts to expand access and improve outcomes for residents across the state. Tourism plays an increasingly important role in Kentucky's economy, drawing visitors to its natural beauty, historical landmarks, and cultural attractions. Mammoth Cave National Park, home to the longest-known cave system in the world, stands as one of the state's most remarkable destinations. Visitors are also drawn to Kentucky's bourbon distilleries, horse farms, and scenic landscapes, all of which contribute to a growing hospitality industry that showcases the state's unique character. Culturally, Kentucky is defined by a rich tapestry of traditions that continue to evolve over time. Music, particularly bluegrass, holds a special place in the state's heritage, reflecting the influence of Appalachian culture and storytelling. Festivals, community gatherings, and artistic expressions help preserve these traditions while also adapting them to contemporary contexts. The blending of old and new is a hallmark of Kentucky's cultural identity, allowing it to remain vibrant and relevant in a changing world. Education and innovation are central to Kentucky's future, with institutions such as the University of Kentucky and the University of Louisville playing key roles in research, workforce development, and community engagement. These institutions serve as catalysts for growth, helping to prepare the next generation for the challenges and opportunities of the modern economy. As Kentucky looks to the future, it faces the task of balancing tradition with transformation. Agriculture continues to evolve, with farmers diversifying crops and adopting sustainable practices. Environmental concerns, particularly in regions affected by mining, require ongoing attention and innovation. At the same time, urban areas such as Lexington and Louisville are experiencing growth and attracting new residents, contributing to a more diverse and dynamic population. Technology and connectivity are also shaping Kentucky's trajectory, with efforts to expand broadband access and support digital industries. These developments have the potential to bridge gaps between rural and urban areas, creating new opportunities for education, business, and communication. At the same time, maintaining a strong sense of community and cultural identity remains essential, ensuring that progress does not come at the expense of heritage. The people of Kentucky are at the heart of its story, embodying resilience, creativity, and a deep connection to place. Whether in small towns or bustling cities, community ties play a central role in shaping daily life. Traditions are passed down through generations, while new ideas and influences continue to enrich the state's cultural landscape. Events such as the Kentucky Derby serve as powerful symbols of this continuity, bringing people together and celebrating shared identity. Ultimately, Kentucky stands as a state defined by its contrasts and connections. Its history is one of complexity and transformation, its culture a blend of tradition and innovation, and its future a reflection of both challenges and possibilities. From its earliest days as a frontier region to its current role within the United States, Kentucky has continually adapted while maintaining a distinctive sense of self. In this way, Kentucky offers more than just a regional story, it provides insight into the broader American experience. It is a place where past and present intersect, where local traditions meet global influences, and where the resilience of communities continues to shape the path forward. As a unified narrative, Kentucky emerges not as a static entity, but as a living, evolving state, one that continues to grow, adapt, and contribute to the rich tapestry of the United States. Thank you for watching this video.